I believe that discouragement is one of the major reasons why people give up on their business, give up on a project, give up on a relationship, give up on themselves. Hi, it's Lorna Rasmussen speaking to you from my office in Costa Rica. I believe that discouragement is a real challenge for people. And I believe it's natural and it happens to all of us. But I also believe that there are ways to get around it. There are ways to learn how to deal with discouragement in your life and basically overcome it. Now, first of all, it's natural. We all get discouraged, particularly when we're taking on something new. We're trying to learn something new. I know from learning Spanish that it can get really, really discouraging because I know how to speak English so well, and now I'm speaking like a 5-year-old. So it's when we take on something new, when we have new responsibilities, when we start thinking to ourselves, well, maybe it just isn't possible. I mean, those thoughts have gone through my head that maybe I can't learn this language. Well, so many people in the world have learned Spanish. Why would I not be able to learn it? But things aren't necessarily logical when you are feeling discouraged. Discouragement also comes as a response from people around you. You are speaking to them probably about being discouraged. Oftentimes we do. We express our feelings. I know I've called up friends and family and said, oh boy, this is just really harder than I thought it was going to be. And I'm feeling discouraged about it. What is a natural tendency for those people to do is to tell you, well, don't worry about it. You don't need to do this. You can take on something new. You've done so well at this or that or the next thing. And why don't you just go and get a job? They're saying that out of love for you, but it's very discouraging. It's adding to your discouragement. But another factor that I think is even larger is our own sense of confidence. If we were confident in ourselves, we would plow ahead. And again, discouragement is part of the process. It's the ebbs and flows of whatever you're taking on. Sometimes you're successful, sometimes you're not. You're trying new things, you're pushing the boundaries. And sometimes it just doesn't feel very good. So learning how to deal with those times. And I remember watching my husband take on his first major architectural project after having been out of architecture for 20, 25 years. And I was absolutely amazed that he was taking on something that to me was really major without the background, I didn't think, to do it. He hadn't done it, architecture, for years, but he had such a sense of confidence in himself that he was able to go into that project and be very successful and overcome things that are remarkable to me. Years later, he said, I don't think I had the skill set to do that project, but his confidence in himself took over and he plowed through the process and learned what he needed to learn and was successful. And that's that's a real good illustration of how confidence can help you muscle through issues of discouragement. So we're going to take this on in some real specific ways over the next couple of weeks. So if you're feeling discouraged about where you are in your business or even in your life, you might find these helpful times to come and spend a little time with me here in Costa Rica.